As a prank, they placed the infant in an iron pot and pretended to be eating meat. This terrified the nanny.
They've eaten the baby!
When their father heard the news, he rushed home, feeling a mixture of fury and helplessness toward his little band of wrecking balls. This was the 17th nanny they had successfully scared away. When the father visited the employment agency again, they simply slammed the door in his face. Meanwhile, back at home, the children were escalating their chaos. They tied the chef up and started frantically mashing smelly socks into the mashed potatoes. The kitchen was a disaster zone, with the maid shivering in the corner. Just as the man was on the brink of despair, a mysterious, homely woman appeared at the door. She introduced herself as Nanny McPhee. McPhee stepped into the chaotic kitchen and calmly ordered the children to stop their nonsense and go to bed. The children roared with laughter, shouting that they intended to play in the kitchen all night long. Faced with their defiance, McPhee raised her walking stick and gave the floor a sharp tap. In an instant, the brat pack began moving in fast forward, their bodies completely out of their own control. Even then, the little monsters refused to back down until they saw their youngest sister about to be pushed into the cooking pot. Only then did they apologize. McPhee tapped her staff once more. As the green smoke cleared, the kitchen was instantly restored to pristine condition. Terrified and confused, the children could do nothing but line up obediently and march to their rooms. However, the next morning, the children had a new trick up their sleeves. They all pretended to be sick, refusing to get out of bed. McPhee saw through the act immediately, but she didn't expose them. Instead, she said that if they were truly ill, they must stay in bed all day. As her staff vibrated, the children discovered to their horror that they were effectively glued to their beds. Then, McPhee produced a large jar of thick, disgusting black medicine and, with a smile, brought it to each child's lips. Since they wanted to play sick, they had to swallow the bitter fruit of their lie. She went even further, ordering the chef to brew a soup out of scraps and leftovers that were meant for the trash, serving it as their sick bay meal. She wanted them to learn exactly what happens when you waste food. When the father returned home that evening, he was shocked to find his children being so well behaved. Not only that, but the children actually apologized to him for their previous behavior. Satisfied with the progress, McPhee tapped her staff once more, releasing them from their constraints.